Welcome everybody to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, ADHD and Attention Coach Jeff Copper, and we're here today with Cindy Goldberg. Cindy, welcome to the show.
Nice to be here.
We're here today with Cindy. She's an expert on the parent-child relationship. She does a lot of work in that area, and we're here to talk about a very difficult topic, and that is ADHD med compliance. And it's funny because I was at a presentation of Dr. Russell Barkley, and he was talking about how ADHD used to be thought of as bad parenting. And it was funny because he was actually kind of talking about how when kids with ADHD are on meds, all of a sudden the parents are fine. So it's like the kids' impact on the parent. They're good parents, but the kids' impact on them makes it difficult. And medication can be very helpful for some kids, and if they don't want to take it, that can be a bit of a challenge. Can you talk to us about that?
Sure, that's a huge issue. And we're not going to talk right now about whether kids should take meds or shouldn't take meds. We're talking about the kids who are properly diagnosed, who've been prescribed the proper medication, and now they just don't want to take it, right? And that's hard. So what do? Do you let them just not take it, or do you force them? Here's my feeling. You can't force someone to take it. I don't want to trick them into taking it because I need to genuinely know, how is this medication impacting you? How are you feeling on this med? What's working, what's not. So if they don't even know, if they're not a partner with me on this, that's not a good place to start. So what do you do if they're refusing? You got to figure out why. Because they may have a legitimate complaint. Or it may just be that, let's understand. Is it because maybe their friends made fun of them? Is it because they don't feel as good? Is it because they're not eating enough? Why is it that they're refusing?
It's interesting because now you're thinking about this. I know that there's a rebound effect for many when they start to come off of that. They become agitated, they get headaches, they don't necessarily like it. That could be a reason. For adults, sometimes they get this nervousness and anxiety because they're over-medicated. This is simple stuff. You go back to your doctor and make some adjustments for that. Other times, some kids talk about they lose creativity and they're not themselves. But I think if you get to what's underneath this stuff a little bit, have a conversation, you can often maybe make some adjustments that might help the compliance. It might not, but it goes back to, at the end of the day, I think what I'm hearing is you can't force them, and you don't want to force them to do it, because you have to have that connection. You need to work with them to focus in on the why as best you can to understand what the issue is.
You have to do that, and you have to realize that maybe there's some shifts you need to make. But like for instance, you mentioned creativity. For some kids, they're going to be more creative because now they can stay with their thought longer and they can go deeper on their idea. We don't want to make assumptions about what's working, what's not, why it's not working. We really need to involve them. If it's that they feel like they're just not being as social, maybe we can talk to them about what are some ways they can be social, what can work for them, or maybe we need to start adjusting things, but we need to believe their experience. Pills don't teach skills. Who teaches skills? Parents, educators, life. So we can't just assume the pill is going to solve it, so it's going to be a tool in the toolbox. It's not the whole solution.
What I'm taking from today is don't force them, but get to the why. Be patient because they might not be able to articulate it initially.
Absolutely.
Being an ADHD parent is not the easiest thing in the world, but hopefully you can kind of pause, catch yourself, and manage this a little bit more intentionally, if you will. So
I like that. The intention is what it's about.
So everybody, subscribe to our channel by hitting that button. You'll get a weekly tip from us. We put this stuff out. Hopefully you like this. And please comment. We're interested in your thoughts on this. And if you've come up with any ideas on your own that work, please share them. And so with that, Cindy, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeff.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.